Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna do a get ready with me. I want to do a little Q&A so you guys could get to know me better. This is my third video and I still feel like, I feel like you guys don't know me and I want you guys to know me. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna answer a little bit of questions about myself, and then I'm gonna do a little story time of my breast reduction. So if you guys want to know more about that, let's go. Okay, so I put my hair back because I straightened my hair and I don't want makeup to go on my hair, and I already did my skincare. So I used the Ordinary hyaluronic acid. After I wash my face, I use this, and then I use the Classic Whip sunscreen, the ones like viral on TikTok, and then I use the CeraVe daily moisturizer. I do have textured skin, as you can tell. I do have a lot of little bumps, pimples everywhere, so this is what I do for my textured skin, for it to look somewhat good. It looks good. I feel like it looks good and it works for my skin, so this is what I do. My name's Denise. I'm 18 years old. My birthday is April 19, so it's coming up and I'm gonna turn 19 years old, which is my golden birthday. So exciting. I love it. Now I'm gonna start with primer. I use 3 primers. So I use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer just around my nose. Then I use so let's do this actually first. So we're gonna do the putty primer. I just put like a little bit like that, and I just put it just on the bridge of my nose and like right here under. So I live in San Diego. I've lived in San Diego my whole entire life. I love it. It's so sunny. It's so pretty. I love it. I love it so much. I sweat a lot, so I'm using the One Size Secure the Sweat by Patrick Star. I'm pretty sure, yes, Patrick Star. So I love this thing. I wasn't really sure about it. I've had this for a while, but when I go to parties or like when I have an event that I need my makeup to last a long time, I put this on, and this really works. So with this one, I only put where my pimples are. My favorite shows are Friends. Obviously, I'm a really big Friends person. I just feel like it's so funny. I love it so much. Like, honestly, that's my favorite show for sure. I also like Grey's Anatomy. I'm not caught up with the new season. No, like I stopped watching when everything got too much. So I think they just should have stopped it. My eyelashes are really long, but they're straight. So when I curl my eyelashes, like, they don't stay curled. So I need to curl them over and over and over. I know that's really bad, but that's what works for me, for my eyelashes to stay curled. This is my eyelash curler. I don't know. My mom gave it to me because my old one broke. So I don't know where she got this one, but it actually works really good. So I'll just curl my eyelashes. First, I use my eyebrow spoolie and I brush out my eyelashes. And then I curl. So I think Grey's Anatomy, Friends, and those are my 2 like main show, my main favorite shows. Like, I've always loved them. I was always like a Friends fan. So then I used a telescopic mascara. I was trained since I was 4 years old. That was something I always did, but my last year of cheering was my senior year of high school. That was the last time I've cheered. Honestly, I miss it so much. Like, I miss cheering. I just miss that, like, that nervousness, like, right before you're gonna perform. And I just miss that. But honestly, I do like what I'm doing right now. Like, I have a job. Like, I have school. So let's talk about the big story time, which is my breast reduction story time. So I got my surgery, what's 2 years ago? 2 years ago, yeah, 2 years ago. I've always had, bigger breasts, and it was something I was very insecure about for the longest time. They just kind of always were big, and you know, like even when I was little, like I had kind of like I had a small body, and like I just felt like it always made me look super big, which if you have big boobs, honestly, like love yourself. Like you should not be insecure, you should love who you are. But as for me, I was very insecure. I don't know, like I just couldn't, I was never happy. I always had a hoodie on. I would always say that, oh, I look so big, my boobs are so big. It was always just my boobs. So yeah, I'm using the Laura, I don't know how to say, the Laura Mercier, I don't know, hydrating primer. Would tell my mom like, oh, like I want surgery, like I don't want them, like I want them to get smaller, to be smaller. She would always tell me no, because I was so young. Like even I'm still young, like I'm only 18. So yeah, I was like really young. They were just coming to a point. It was when I was 16 is when I got it. It was just coming to a point where I was just so unhappy with everything. Like I just didn't, like I didn't want to do anything. It was so hot, like summer was so hot, and I would wear sweaters, I would wear hoodies, I would wear long shirts. I didn't want to go to the beach. Like I didn't want to do anything that would show my boobs. Like, and I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, like a lot of people get surgery to get the boobs, but just for me, I just didn't like it. It was just something, it didn't fit my body. So I was very unhappy. So I had to talk with them. They talked to me how they have this surgeon in Mexico, and like he's done these, but like my grandma said, like she can ask him like if he can do it for me. But I was so young, like that's very like rare to do, because like I said, I'm so young. It's not just something that surgeons would just do. My grandma texted the surgeon and was like, hey, like pretty much said that I was very unhappy. I was 16 years old, like I want a breast reduction, all of that. He actually said no, right straight from the bat, said no, that I was too young, that I could just, and then he was like, no, but she can come and meet me and I can see her and see like if anything changes. So that's pretty much what I did. We went to Mexico. We met with him, he saw me, and right away, I guess when he saw me, he already knew that I was very unhappy with myself. From that on, he told me like, yes, like you will have your surgery, and that was pretty much it. And then I left and we were having my surgery. So I go back to Mexico to have my surgery. I was gonna be gone for 2 weeks. Which I was gone. I think I was gone for a little bit more than 2 weeks. We get there and let me see, I'm trying to think of what happened. Oh yeah, so then we just started going out those couple of days. I meet with him again. He's telling me like what he's gonna do. Like he's gonna lift them up, he's gonna make them smaller. Like he told me the size that he's gonna try to get my boobs to be. I was almost to a double D. Was I a double D or was I? Yeah, I was like pretty close to a double D, and he was gonna try to make me to BC, which he ended up making me to a C, low C. And then it's surgery day. My mom, and so I have my Nina, but I call her mom, and then my mother who birthed me, I call her mommy. So just to make that clear, so my mommy and my mom like both come, and it's my grandma, which I call her Lala. So it's my Lala, my sister, my mom, and my mommy. I was nervous. I wasn't really nervous to like, you know, go to sleep and everything, like to go under, but I was nervous of the pain that I was gonna get after, because people were saying it's a lot of pain. So we get there, we get to the thing. He marks me up. He tells me what he's gonna do on me, and that's pretty much it. And then I go into my room and I just wait until my nurses come and tell me that I'm ready to go. I'm using the Sephora number 64 brush for my foundation. They actually were telling me that they actually lied to me. They told me and my grandma that they're just gonna go weigh me and they're gonna just do the marking, and I was like, oh, okay, like that's fine. Also, obviously they didn't want me to be super nervous and know that I'm already going into surgery. So when I got to the weighing, I saw like everyone who was like who's gonna be with me in the surgery, and like they all said hi. They were really sweet. It was really nice. And I said hi to all of them, and they weighed me. He put the marks, and then he was like, okay, like, let's go, like, get on the bed. And I was like, what? Because I thought I was just gonna go back to my grandma's. So yeah, my grandma knew that they were already gonna take me, but I didn't. So from that, I'm laying in there, like, they're all talking to me, like all of them, like all the nurses, all the surgeons, like they were all talking to me, asking me how I am, like how I'm feeling. And then the main surgeon, like my surgeon, he asked me if I wanted music, and I was like, yeah, that's fine. So they started putting music on, and they were like calming me down, like, so they put music on, they were all singing while they were like getting me ready, and they were getting themselves ready. It was really nice. And then he just kind of said, okay, like, close your eyes, like 1, 2, 3, and I woke up, and obviously I was very loopy. I don't even remember what I said. I don't really remember like waking up, if I'm being honest. So when I woke up, I just know that I wasn't in pain. Like, I kind of just like didn't remember like anything. So I just know I wasn't in pain. Like, I was like actually like really like nice because I was in pain or anything. Like, I was feeling good. So from that, that was pretty much it. That's all I kept doing. Like, I kept going in and out of sleep. So I would like go, like just fall asleep randomly, and then I would wake up and like a different person would be in my room, and then I would go to sleep again, and then a different person. In the middle of the night, this is where I remember everything. And then in the middle of the night, I woke up with so much pain on my left boob. So much pain. I don't even know how to describe the pain. Like, it was so bad. It was probably like 3 in the morning. My mom and my mommy were sleeping across from me, so I was like on the bed. They were on the couch laying down and sleeping, and like I couldn't even like yell for them. Like, I couldn't even talk, where like I was in so much pain, and I just kept saying like, mommy, mom, mommy. And obviously then they heard me. I'm like, I'm in so much pain, like something's happening, like I don't know what it is. And she's like, oh, like you're hurting, like you just need more medication. And no, like this is something different. Like, I was like, it's hurting like bad. So then they called the nurse that was like in the front right there, and they asked her that, like, oh, can like you come in? Like, she's saying that she's in pain. Like, so I had like taped everywhere, like around me, like a bandage, and she like took it off, and she like just looked. Obviously I can't see because I'm laying down, and she just looked, and then she just like looks up to us, and she's like, I'm gonna go get the other nurse. And I was like, so then the other nurse comes. Mind you, I'm in pain and all of this. Like, I'm in so much pain. Like, everything's happening, and like I remember all of it, but like in that moment, like I was like, oh my god, like what is happening? Like, I regretted my decision. Like, it was so bad. I see the other nurse comes, and she checks it again, and same thing. She literally does the opening of the bandage. She sees it, and she closes it up, and she's like, we're gonna call the surgeon. Right there and then I knew something was wrong, that they had to call the surgeon. This is at 3 in the morning. So he finally gets there, he checks me, and he's like he literally checks it, and he tells my mom and my mommy, he goes, no, we're calling my team. And like calling my grandma and my sister's ex-boyfriend were there, and they said like in minutes, like they got there. I'm freaking out, like I'm scared. So then from that, when they call the team, so I'm just kind of in pain, and my surgeon he's literally the nicest thing ever. Like, he's with me, and he's like telling me like, it's okay, like I'm gonna fix this, like you're fine, like this is an easy fix, like you'll be fine. But like, I'm in so much pain, like I can't even talk of how much like pain I'm in. So I'm like, okay, like boy, just help me please. So from that, I get carried into another bed, and I go straight into the surgery room, and they put me to sleep again. I guess they told my mom, they're like, oh, like it should be like 20 to 30 minutes. It lasted, I think, 3 hours, so it got them really nervous. Thank God I have an aunt that has like is in this whole medical, so she told obviously my whole entire family, like, I'll be okay, like it's gonna take longer than usual, it doesn't mean like nothing bad happened. What pretty much happened was that something popped. I think I don't know what popped, something in my breast popped, and that's what was me. And I was bleeding like a lot, like my whole bandage was full of blood. And he said that it popped. From that, I had to stay another day longer because they needed to make sure that boob was okay, because it went into surgery again. I went under twice in the same exact day, pretty much. So I woke up not in pain, but I did wake up in more pain than the first time I woke up from the actual surgery. So that was like the only thing with me. Honestly, like I was in so much pain. The third day I left, and I was so nervous. Like I was so nervous to leave. Like I was just like, oh my god, like I don't know, I felt like I was gonna be in way more pain, because obviously in the hospital, like they give you like more medication, way stronger medication than usual, like than you are gonna be when you're at home. So I was really nervous, but honestly I went and I was not in that much pain. Like the only thing that probably was painful the whole entire time was my showers, just because I had stitches everywhere. You had to be very careful, like even after, like even when I came back, and like I still like had to be careful with the showers. Like I was still very nervous to touch anything, because I was just really scared. Like I didn't want nothing to pop, I didn't want to push nothing too hard, like I didn't want to be in pain. So yeah, so I'm there. I think I was there for a week and a half. It was just pretty much like a couple days later, my everyone left, and it was just me and my grandma, and then like my whole family that lives over there in Mexico. So I had a really hard time by myself. I love my grandma, honestly, I do love her, but I just had a hard time being by myself, like just being stuck in there. From that, I'm there I think for a week and a half, and then I get a good on my doctor that I can leave and I can come back home. So I come back home, I still can't carry nothing super heavy. Obviously I was in cheer, so I couldn't tumble, I couldn't stunt, I couldn't do anything pretty much. Like obviously nothing can land on me, and I just had to be very, very careful with my body, which I was. Nothing happened after that. I was in no pain after that, and now I'm good. I've struggled with weight loss and weight gain, like, you know, but I'm getting into my weight loss again. I'm getting into being more healthy with my body, seeing myself a little bit better, being more confident, and which is obviously the best thing that you want in yourself. But yeah, you just have to really take care of yourself. That's where I lacked a lot, is that I stopped taking care of myself when I like just was going through some hard times. I just stopped caring about my body and everything, which was not good, which honestly made my boobs grow a little bit more. Like if I'm being honest, they did grow, just because it's fat. So if you keep gaining weight, it's gonna go to your boobs, and for me it goes to my face, my boobs, and my stomach, honestly. Other than that, I've honestly been super happy with my decision that I got it, just because I like see my like little old self, and I'm just like, that girl, like she was not happy. Like honestly, I'm still happy. I still like how my boobs look. Like honestly, they are still big, like not huge like how they used to be, but they're not super super tiny where you can't even see them. Like no, like obviously that's impossible to have from my size to another size, but they are smaller and they do look, I like them. I like how it fits my body. Still have those times where I would wish that I just didn't have them at all. God gave you what he gave you, and you should be happy about it. So that's pretty much my whole story time. People are always like, why'd you even get it? And people don't really like understand like the reason that I got it. Honestly, I was in so much pain. Like my back was killing me all the time. Like I was in a lot of pain that like it was bad. I like couldn't really run because like they were going everywhere. They would hurt when I would run. I just didn't like shirts on me. I always felt like people were looking. Like honestly, it's all mental. It's all like mental, like on yourself. So yeah, that was the reason why I really got it. I just wanted to be a little bit more happier. Obviously you don't have to get it to be happy. Like you should just be happy with your own body, but you know, there's people that they just sometimes that's what they need, and that's what I feel like I needed as myself. On me, I needed that. And yeah, I don't regret it. Like, you know, you have those people where it's like, oh, like, why, like, everyone would die to have big boobs, and it's just like, I feel like people don't understand until they're in that, they're literally there. Like, the people who have big boobs, I feel like they would get me. Like, you have so much lower back pain, like it's just a lot. I'm not telling anyone to get it. I was just saying, for me, it was just something I needed as physical and mental health. Like, that was just, I needed it, and it honestly made me a happier person. And now I'm just working on my weight loss. But if you want to, you need to really, like, look in. For me, like I said, for me, it was not painful. But I'm gonna be honest, another thing is that I'm very, like, I really wanted that. So for me, I felt like I really didn't really care about the pain of how much pain I was, because that's what I wanted. So I was kind of thinking, like, I'm gonna like how I look. At the end of the day, I'm gonna like it, and it's gonna look good, and I'm gonna be happy. So I wasn't really even thinking about, like, the pain. That's why I didn't have that much pain. The only thing I felt like I was having pain of was my back, just because you couldn't lay on your side, so you had to lay on your back, which is something I struggle with a lot. So that's pretty much my story about it. It's honestly something that surprises people that I got. Like, no one really, like, thinks I got that, but, like, I did. So a lot of people are just, like, super surprised. Like, what? You got that? And I'm like, yep. Any advice? Advice for anything? I say if you're in high school, really don't even think about people's opinion. My sister would always say, or even anyone, everyone would always say, like, oh, like, after you finish high school, like, people's opinions, like, don't really matter. Like, you'll never see them. And honestly, that's how I was. Honestly, in middle school, I really didn't care what people thought about me. Like, that was, but once you get older, like, social media started getting bigger, so I started caring a little, like, more and more and more. So I started caring more about, like, what people would think. Like, I would do anything for someone else, like, not for myself. If I want to do something for myself, like, it was very impossible for me to do, because I would be so scared if they would get mad at me, or, like, I don't know, like, I honestly don't know why I cared so much, but I did. That's probably any high schooler or middle school. Graduated high school, the people that I cared about opinions, I don't even see them ever. I literally haven't seen them since graduation. So it's just like, wow, like, I really cared about you my whole entire 4 years for me to just not see you. Don't care. Do what makes you happy. Do whatever you want to do. Like, why even think about anyone else? I just feel like I cared a lot. Like, I would do anything for anyone. Like, I would be like, oh no, I can't do that because they would get mad at me. Oh no, I can't do that because they're gonna be upset, and they're gonna be upset, and they're gonna tell me this, and they're gonna say that, and they're gonna do this. No, don't think like that. You're gonna just ruin your whole high school. And it's just, you're just gonna, like, realize at the end of the day, like, those people don't even matter to you after graduation. Literally, they don't. And you don't want negative people in your life. Like, they're that upset that they have to hate on someone else. Like, no. So I'm gonna curl my lashes again, and I'm gonna use the Sky High mascara. I just feel like, but that's usually high school, but honestly, you'll realize, like, later on, like, once you get older, like, you don't need it anymore. Now we're gonna let go of this powder, really brush it off. You don't want no mess on it. You don't want to see the powder. I'm gonna use this e.l.f. Lip stain in the color Spicy Selena, I think it is. Pretty sure. And I'm just gonna I think that's it for my makeup. I usually will, I'll curl my eyelashes one more time for sure, and I'll use this Bye Bye Panda Eyes, the orange one, and I'll do that mascara, and then from that, then I'm done. I use Summer's Fridays lip gloss. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a like and also subscribe to my channel. There's gonna be a lot of more fun content coming up, and I hope you guys have an amazing day.